Hello everyone, let's look at container with most water. Looking at the problem statement, it is quite long, but to make it simple, we are given an array with n positive integers. It wants us to find the maximum area for the input height. Let's look at one example. For this example, the input looks like this. All the values are drawn vertically in a coordinate. All the above vertical lines are represented by the input array. In this case, the maximum area for water in the container is 49. That's from index is 1 till index is 8. The length is 7. And the vertical value is minimum value for 1 and 7. That's also 7. So as a result, the maximum area is 49. So to simplify the problem, the value for the array looks like this. J minus I, that's the distance between two indexes. Multiply the minimum value for height I and height j. So we want to loop through the array and find this I and j and calculate the maximum area. We can loop through the input array twice. Try all different combinations of I and j. But the time complexity is O of n squared. So what we want to do is make I and j point at the front and back of the input array, and then we make them move towards center until they meet each other. The reason we want to do this is because the distance of j minus 1 is larger, and more likely the value for the area is larger. And each iteration, we only move I or j, move which depends on the value of that index. We always want to move the index with a smaller value, because moving the larger value will guarantee the value for the array will decrease. If I did not make this clear, I can confirm it will be really clear in our code logic. For the implementation, let's first claim all the variables. We have I points to the left and j points to the right. And then we can start our iteration. We will have a while loop, and we will stop the loop when I meet j. And then we can update the area and move our I and j. Let's have a look how we can update the area. We have this temporary variable, and the value will be the area for the current I and j. We can update the area. Then, let us move our I and j. So, if the value for I is greater than the value for j, then we make j move towards left. Otherwise, we make I move towards right. We move the index for the smaller value. This is because the value for the array is limited by the smaller value. So moving the larger value might not help, but moving the shorter one could be useful. And finally, let's return the area. And then let's submit. It passed. Let's look at the complexity. For space, it's definitely constant. It's O of 1. For time, it's O of n. N represents the length of the input array because we loop through the array once. Thank you for watching.